Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okrasinski. So, on this mid-week check-in video, I am going to talk a little bit about a discourse community in the relation of what a discourse community might be and some of the criteria in the essay assignment for the cultural artifact. So, in the course unit here, we have considered a discourse community, which takes you to a page in a way of talking about what exactly a discourse community might be. So, as I say, as defined here, it's a group of people who share a set of discourses understood as basic values and assumptions and ways of communicating about their goals. So, a discourse community requires communication, working toward a same goal as part of the group or community. So I have a link here to Swales's article. Let me click on that real quick. And he talks all about discourse community. He defines it here, much like you have in the page in Canvas there. But he further presents 6 defining characteristics as being broadly agreed set of common public goals, mechanism of intercommunication among members, uses its participatory mechanisms to provide information and feedback, so that's back and forth in a way of communication, utilizes and possesses one or more genres in a communicative furtherance of its aims, which means that there may be one or two methods of communicating between discourse community members, more experienced participants that would help out some of the novices, and has a threshold, a level of members with a suitable degree of relevant content and discoursal expertise. So, in any group, no matter what it might be in the way of a discourse community, there are experts that impart knowledge onto more basic members, newcomers. So the criteria, if you look at it at the point of, he suggests a soccer team, a sorority or fraternity, public's employees, which is any employment, any type of employment, voters, scholars, students, just about any type of community that works toward a common goal can be a discourse community. So, if you look at it in the many different ways, there's a wide variety of discourse communities in our daily lives. We just don't necessarily think about them as discourse communities in Swales' definition. But if you look in Dan Melzer's article, here's another article, and he uses Swales' criteria to apply it to a guitar meetup group because he wanted to learn how to play guitar. And one of the things that was really important is that you have expert members that help more beginning players learn the guitar. A method or a genre of communicating is you have a chord sheet for chord changes that everybody would share so that all members would learn how to play that particular chord. This one was a Neil Young song. So the idea here is that a special language, type of communication, the level of expert members are all important about a discourse community. So if we get over to the module here, I want to take a quick look, and I don't want to run on too long, but if you look at how to treat this in the assignment, be aware that if you select a discourse community to talk about, you have to be able to apply that criteria to your particular discourse community, whatever it may be, and then reflect how your lived experiences within the discourse community and its particular ways of communicating have shaped your identity, worldview, and abilities. This is an important factor on the prompt here, okay? Whatever it may be, you have to analyze the unique communication practices, shared language, or specific rituals. Right? You want to deviate. You don't want to deviate away from that. So I think it's important for the discourse community, if you're going to apply this, okay, to clearly write to the discourse community criteria here in this particular assignment. All right, so I think it's important that you look at these in a way of a discourse community in writing it. I mean, the object here is not to mix the two up. Either you roll with the artifact and an ethnic culture or the discourse community, but you must stay consistent and be aware of the criteria for that discourse community. So as you move forward through the discussion board into the essay next week, please pay close attention to the instructions here and also the information here in the discourse community explanation and the 2 articles. Hope this helps. If you have any questions or issues, please send me an email.